Hi, everybody. Welcome to the info session for our student staff hiring. We are new student and family programs, and we're hiring for two positions, orientation leader and first year experience leader. So new student and family programs is part of the TU family. We're dedicated to supporting the smooth transition of students to the TU community. We value inclusivity, innovation, partnerships, collaboration, personal and professional development, sense of belonging, being student-centered, and wellness. And then ultimately, our vision is to create an inclusive and welcoming environment for all students and families through their journey. So we're hoping that you want to be a part of the big picture of orientation and welcoming students to campus and want to join our student staff team. So like I said, we're hiring for two positions. The orientation leaders are mostly in the summer, so June through mid-August. We will give you hands-on in-depth leadership training and experience. You get free on-campus housing, and it is $15 an hour. And then FYE leaders is a little bit shorter commitment, so you are there for the last week of August, right before classes start for Welcome to TU. Again, we give hands-on leadership training and experience. You get to move into your fall housing placements early, and that also pays $15 an hour. So you're able to do one position or both positions. So let's start by talking about our orientation leaders. So OLs assist and guide new students through their one-day orientation program, like I said, through June, July, and mid-August. So you're engaging with first-year students, transfer students, family members, and guests. You're also serving as a positive resource for all people who are attending the summer orientation session. Now, our FYE leaders are a little bit different. They assist and guide the first-year students through their Welcome to TU experience, through all of the programming we offer for them. They facilitate small group discussions and activities in those small groups. And then they work with the FYE advisors to do a little bit of advising before classes start and show the first-year students what PeopleSoft looks like, how you can access your schedule, and where classes are, and all that good stuff. So a little bit more information about what each of these programs entail. So helping the new students feel comfortable and excited for their college journey, leading the students and families through their one-day orientation session, and then answering their questions honestly and accurately. Like I said, we offer you training, so you have all of the resources to give accurate information, but a lot of times the families and students really want to know your opinion and what you think of, or what resources you like to use, or what dining hall is your favorite, things like that. So just being really honest and accurate with the information you share. So like I said, for the FYE leaders, you're guiding the students through all of their mandatory events and also their social programming, showing them around campus, being a resource and an aid to students before classes begin. So answering all of their questions, making sure they feel prepared to start on the first day of classes, and making sure that they feel comfortable and excited to start here at Towson. Another opportunity we have for our student staff is working for a family weekend. So that's usually hosted in September or October. Students are able to invite family members to campus to attend a whole bunch of events that we have. NSFP hosts lots of meet and greets, get-togethers. Other campus departments have events. The most popular event that new student and family programs hosts is our crab feast, which is pictured here. It's an all-you-can-eat crab buffet, and we're always looking for student staff to help with all of the events that we have. So that's another opportunity for some hours. So now let's talk about the application. So we have a requirement of a cumulative GPA of 2.5 by the fall semester ended. So by the time that you're putting your application in, being in good standing with the code of conduct, being fully enrolled, so having 12 or more credits for this spring semester and also fall of 2024. Orientation leaders can only take one fully virtual online class during the semester with pre-approval from your supervisor. So that would be a conversation with me about what class you're interested in taking and how that would affect your job over the summer. And then FYE leaders are not able to be resident assistants or community center managers because a lot of the training for those two programs happens during Welcome to TU, when the majority of your responsibilities for Welcome to TU happen at the same time as those trainings. So now that we talked about application requirements, let's talk about where to find our application. So if you visit our website, it's towson.edu/orientation. That's where you'll find all of the information about the jobs that we're offering and also a link to the Handshake. So you apply on Handshake. One of the options on Handshake is external form. So make sure that you are also clicking on external form and filling out the external form application. Otherwise, you're not being considered. So make sure you're paying attention to that. And then we have interviews. So we'll have a group interview first. That will be some activities, getting to know how you work in a group, how you work in a team setting, how you think, how you problem solve, things like that. And it's just some activities with other applicants so we can get to know you a little bit better. And then after group interviews, we will reach back out and schedule an individual interview where you meet with some members of our staff and answer a few more questions so we can get to know you one-to-one a little bit better. Reminders when you are filling out the application, it will ask you a question about your strengths. So make sure that you have taken the Strengths Quest quiz. You can go to the Towson website and in that little search bar, type in strengths. And there's a little bit of a different process happening with that right now. So following the prompts for if you've already taken the strengths quiz or you need to take it to answer the questions, following those directions accurately. And then when you go to Handshake, making sure that you click apply externally. I cannot emphasize enough that you need to apply both through Handshake and the external form in order to be considered. And then also making sure that you are submitting the application so we're getting all of that information sent to us. We talked a little bit about interviews, but like I said, we'll have group interviews and then individual interviews will be our second round. We will be in contact with anyone who's eligible to interview in order to schedule all of those. We'll send out some sign-up geniuses. And you'll hear from probably me or one of the other coordinators in the office will reach out with the sign-up when they are ready and when times are available. Our ideal candidate for either position is someone who's dedicated, adaptable, who's a team player, someone passionate about Towson, able to speak positively about their experience, and then willing to be the face of Towson and its values. We're also looking for someone who's willing to step out of their comfort zone. So a lot of these skills are going to be new skills to you. And that is totally fine. And we are able to teach you and give you the tools to learn whatever you need to learn. But we just ask that you are willing to step out of your comfort zone and learn a little bit. Here are some very popular myths about working for our office. So the first one is having to be peppy to be an orientation leader. That is not true for everyone. We do have orientation leaders who are very high-spirited and peppy first thing in the morning, and then we have the ones who aren't. We are hoping to build an orientation team and an FYE leader team that is reflective of our campus community, and not everyone on campus is peppy and outgoing and looking for that. So we also need the quieter, the ones who aren't as outgoing. So our students who are not as outgoing have someone to relate to and someone that they feel that they can approach. Another myth is that we are tour guides. The tour office at Towson is entirely separate from new student and family programs. They will give tours to prospective students. Tours are not offered to students who have already matriculated and are officially Towson students. They are primarily focused on potential students. So we don't give tours at orientation. It is an expectation that most students have taken a tour before they have applied. So that's not something we offer. A myth that I think a lot of people find are that they think they need to have previous work experience or leadership experience to get this job. And again, that's entirely untrue. We have a full 5-day training right before the orientation session starts, where we teach you everything you need to know. We have a couple trainings in the spring to get you prepared for anything that you would need to encounter. And we understand that for a lot of people, this is a first job, and that's okay. We are here to support you and train you in anything you need. We are also not expecting that you be super involved on campus or that you live on campus. Like I said, we need our team to be reflective of the Towson community, and not all students at Towson are very involved, and not all students at Towson live on campus. So we are looking for students who anyone coming in to Towson can relate to. So that means the ones who this is their first form of involvement. That means the ones who commute or who live off campus. We're looking for all types of students from all backgrounds, all walks of life, all situations, because our students come from all of those places, and we need someone that they can look up to and ask questions of and feel comfortable with. The last myth is that you needed to have started here as a freshman. We have plenty of transfer students who are orientation leaders and FYE leaders. And one of the populations we serve are transfer students. So it's nice that our transfer students also have someone to relate to talk to, someone who has successfully made that transition from their other school to Towson, and can offer some insights, some what works for them, some advice, having someone to look up to and relate to. If you would like some help preparing for your interview, the Career Center is a great resource for that. They have a portal on their website where you can sign up for an appointment and do some interview prep. And then a reminder that applications are due by Friday, February 12th at 11:59 p.m. We will not accept any applications after that date and time. So if you are considering it, I recommend submitting the application. And then if you have conflicts and need to discuss anything further, you can always reach out to us and talk about that. But when in doubt, make sure that you apply before Friday, February 12th at 11:59 p.m. Like I said, you can reach out to us with any questions. These are our contact information, our phone number, our email address. You can always stop by the office. We're in the Union, right across from the Career Center. And then here are 2 social media accounts that we are active on. Follow us, look out for photos, look out for updates, send questions that way as well. Totally up to you. But if you think of any questions, please feel free to reach out. And now I'm going to turn it over to our lovely student guests here. So we have one former orientation leader and one former FYE leader here to sort of give a little overview of what their experience was. So Leah, let's start with you.
Hi everyone, my name is Leah. I was an orientation leader last summer, and to put my experience into simple words, orientation leading was probably one of the best jobs I've had. It intertwined all of my worlds. I aspire to be a teacher, and I feel like having that leadership ability and being able to connect with people of all ages, not just your peers, but also incoming students, their families, everyone of all walks of life was probably that job exposed me to that. Um, Also, the perks we lived together, it was like summer camp for me. It was very fun being with each other all the time. And yes, it's only a couple days of actual orientation, but we spend a lot of time getting to know each other as an entire group. We do become a family when you work orientation. Um, yeah, I still talk to a lot of people that I worked with this past summer, so friendships I'll foster for forever, but it is a great job experience for sure.
Thank you. And now we'll pass it over to Amaya to talk about what being an FYE leader was like.
Hello. I was an FYE leader in the fall, and to basically give an overview, you would move in the week before classes start, and it's only for 1 week. You'll do training half the week. Um, you'll greet students during their convocation, help them with the TU photo, and generally the job is to lead them to their mandated programs throughout the weekend, debrief with them, help them get acclimated to campus, answer any questions, help them navigate through my TU to drop and swap and add classes, and just be that resource for them as they're getting ready to prepare for their freshman year of college. Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Okay, so I'll put back up the slide with our contact information on it, but like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and don't forget to submit your application by Friday, February 12th. Thanks for coming, everybody.